Behind the wheel, it's possible to experience all kinds of situations while spending many hours on the road. Truckers are the ones who, firsthand, manage to capture with their onboard cameras some of the most bizarre, curious, and even dangerous moments. These actions can easily be categorized as some of the dumbest maneuvers ever seen on the road, making us, as spectators, truly wonder what some people are thinking while driving. Although the most likely answer is they're not thinking at all. Encountering this kind of driver is something that happens all over the world, so no one is safe. Brake checking another driver in the middle of a highway is by no means a smart decision. Now, attempting such a maneuver on a truck weighing dozens of tons is outright recklessness. By rule and also common sense, trucks always have the right of way, even when they technically don't, due to the simple fact that being so large and heavy prevents them from stopping quickly and safely, not to mention they can't see smaller vehicles in their blind spots. To share this valuable lesson with all drivers on why this kind of action should never be attempted on the road, the driver of this BMW had to learn the hard way. This improvised brake test doesn't work in places like Russia either, where annoying a trucker in a hurry to reach his destination can leave unforgettable memories. The reckless driver of this Hyundai Solaris with hazard lights flashing repeatedly blocks the truck from passing, swerving and merging at the same time while braking to slow down the truck. The Russian trucker was so moved by the erratic maneuvers that he became attached to this driver and attempted to take him home. Sadly, as in romantic movies, the relationship was short but intense. Another Good Samaritan decided to give us a practical example of why you should never overtake on the shoulder, especially when dealing with the truck and trailer. An imminent crash was the result of this man's decision, proving he was quicker than he was smart. On the other hand, the driver of this black car thought he could act like a bully on the road, staying beside a red bus and blocking it from changing lanes. What he didn't count on was other truckers stepping in to support their fellow driver, putting an end to his bullying behavior. Traffic laws around the world aim to keep all drivers safe and prevent any kind of accident. However, there are also unwritten rules to ensure harmonious coexistence on the road, rules that definitely do not include flipping off a trucker. Fortunately, the one who suffered the worst in this case was only the car. Many times, maneuvers on the road are done to achieve specific goals, like trying to save fuel. However, like everything in life, taking things to the extreme is never good. Letting a truck push you all the way to your destination isn't exactly advisable. In fact, it's not even legally allowed. But when it comes to saving a bit, it seems almost anything goes. The trucker who captured this video definitely must believe in karma. Although it's relatively common for some drivers to try and cut ahead in traffic jams using improper lanes, the driver of this white car took things to the extreme, thinking he could intimidate the trucker after merging into the lane when it wasn't allowed. Trying to block this vehicle from merging, the trucker triggered the driver's anger, who then began brake checking dangerously multiple times, slowing down the trucker's journey for several miles. At the same time, the trucker's patience and the irresponsible driver's luck ran out when, a bit further down the road, another reckless maneuver by the white car left it badly damaged. Similarly, this next video shows how one daring driver thought the best way to spend his evening would be by bothering a trucker. For over 50 miles, the man annoyed the trucker in every way possible, all of it being recorded on the truck's dashcam. In addition to staying beside the truck to prevent him from overtaking or passing slower vehicles, the driver of the black car also performed aggressive and dangerous brake checks. What he didn't expect was that his actions would very likely land him in jail for the night, as a couple of patrol officers monitoring the area quickly caught up and intercepted him. As is obvious, trucks need to follow certain safety parameters that limit their speed due to their weight and size. The problem arises when this tests the patience of some drivers, like this one, who recklessly decided to overtake two trucks in a row. To his surprise, a small miscalculation quickly made him forget his rush. While attempting to overtake the second tanker truck, the massive vehicle slightly lost balance, causing the panicked driver to yank the steering wheel too hard, resulting in a crash. Things take a dramatic turn when the one losing patience this time is the trucker. It all began when two trucks from the Swift Transportation Company were driving side by side on a two-lane highway, blocking all traffic behind them. Tired of the situation, a third trucker ran out of patience and decided to overtake using the emergency lane in an act as risky as it was heroic. Once he succeeded, he simply did the same maneuver that had been done to him, blocking the truck in front of him. This allowed the rest of the drivers to freely proceed in the left lane. Although regularly checking such an important part of a vehicle as the brakes is good practice, doing so in the middle of the road is not appropriate. It's increasingly common to see cases where some drivers use the peculiar tactic of cutting through traffic only to brake sharply afterward, trying to control the pace of traffic. While this might work with regular drivers, doing it to a trucker almost always leads to serious consequences, as truck drivers have some very unique ways of reacting to this kind of strategy. Often, it's small misunderstandings or careless actions that lead to major traffic problems. The driver of this Mazda CX-5 was not at all pleased when a truck merged into the center lane just as he was planning to do the same. While this situation could have ended there as a simple annoyance, the erratic SUV driver decided to act like a maniac by speeding ahead of the truck and slamming on the brakes in front of it. Although fortunately no serious harm was done, this move nearly caused a much more dangerous accident, as the truck behind almost collided with the filming trucker. After watching enough dashcam footage from truck drivers, it becomes understandable to feel zero sympathy for reckless drivers. In this other case, the driver of a Hyundai i30 was behaving completely irresponsibly on the highway, cutting off other vehicles, overtaking on the shoulder, slamming on the brakes dangerously, and exhibiting the full range of behavior expected from a menace behind the wheel. Upon realizing he was being recorded by the trucker, he became enraged and began harassing the truck, something that in the end had serious consequences for him.